But I think from my perspective, probably the most interesting announcement they made was the one pot for life pension. Again, for those listening to this, the concept of a one pot for life pension is that whilst at the moment we've got auto enrolment, which effectively puts the onus on the employer, so ourselves, running a business, to select a pension scheme. And then auto roll our staff into it, it would change the dynamic. So actually the member of staff would choose where their pension was held, who that provider was. Now the risk that comes about with that is that, running payrolls, if you've got a company with 20 staff and you've got 20 different pensions being chosen, that is a logistical nightmare for a small business. So actually trying to bring this into practical, deliverable product can be quite difficult. The other side of it is there was the pensions dashboard, and actually I think the pensions dashboard was announced probably 4 years ago now, and this was the concept that we'd have a online portal where you could log in and track all of your small pensions. So particularly for contractors, for example, where they might spend 3 or 4 months working for one company, they get enrolled into a pension scheme, they end up with a matter of £100 into a pension, they've got one pension, then they do the same again, they've got 2 pensions. Theoretically they could accumulate 3 or 4 pensions a year. And the idea of the pensions dashboard was to be able to track all of those pensions so that pensions weren't going missing. If you've got a couple of pensions, then you move house, effectively, unless you update your provider, that may never get back tracked down, and that could be there the rest of your life. The pensions dashboard has never really got off the ground. The government have invested huge amounts of money into this. So how is that going to interact with this one pot pension? I think as an SME business, and particularly you running payrolls yourself, it could be just more work for people. Fundamentally, choice is a good thing.
Yeah, fundamentally, is a great thing. I think the worry as well is that the more work you put on the payroll staff, more work you put on the back house team, the more likely you're going to have mistakes, you're going to have issues and stuff like that. And again, it's monitoring and maintaining and sort of running these multiple pension contributions. As you well know, each pension provider has a different way of how they collect the pensions. Some are going to be relief at source, some are salary sacrifice, some are where they again, as to how the salary sacrifice, they take it before tax and national insurance. Relief at source is obviously they give you the relief of that of 20% of your pension pot at source on your payroll. So it's down to the employer to figure out which one it is. Even down to payroll intermediaries, they can have an absolute nightmare trying to figure out who's into what pension and which company they relate to.
Liability and risk there, isn't there, as well? That's the other thing you've got to think. I don't think it will necessarily be a popular offering to a business. I think as an individual, it could be considered beneficial to, and I agree, if I think about our business, probably 50% of what we do in a year is consolidation for people. I would say you walk into someone's life traditionally probably in the 40s or 50s, where they've worked in several companies, they've accumulated several pensions. Most people's first question is, can I bring these together? And I think as a concept and as actually, as a client, and we talk to our clients about this, about being able to monitor the performance, track things appropriately, know where you stand, and actually have all of the options available that a modern pension can give to you. I can understand it being a start point for people. So having it all held with one provider of your choosing,
it does make,
in theory, is a sensible suggestion.
It just seems like a very good idea. But then again, does this is this sort of symptomatic of our culture at the moment, where we've gone from sort of 20, 30 years ago where you had a job for life. It was a career, that was it. You
final salary, pension, gold plated, 30 years service.
Here's your gold watch, thank you very much, sort of thing. Nowadays is anywhere between 12 to 24 months, people can be changing jobs. They're not really a career prospect per se, because of how the job market is. It's very fluid. I know personally, I've changed jobs several times over the years, and I've known clients as well that have changed positions over the years and stuff like that. And again, it's a nice idea to be able to consolidate everything into one pension, but again, my worry is, how is this going to be policed? How is this going to be maintained? How is this going to be run? It'd be interesting to see the actual backup and the actual